What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense of stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister, Donna.
What's up? What's up?
And you guys know we have Dan and Derek as well. They may be on later on, but we're going to start off by talking about Air Force One, the 1997 Harrison Ford movie, which, was pretty good, in my opinion.
I thought so too. What surprised me was that this movie came out in 97. I thought it was an older movie.
Oh, you thought it was like, what, 80s?
I thought it came in, like the late 80s, early 90s. And I was like, this movie came out in 97? Like, how? Because I feel like in 97, it would have been a movie I would have eventually seen.
Yeah, well, how old was I in 97? I was 7 in 97. So, yeah, I don't know. It probably didn't pique my interest in 97. Maybe
fair enough. But I felt like eventually, at some point in the last 25 years.
You would have wanted it. This is your first time seeing it?
This is my first time seeing it.
Oh, okay. It was mine too. I thought, like, most of the time, I'm like the only person here that hasn't seen the movie. So it's just me most of the time. But yeah, first time watching it. I have to say, man, these old movies are turning out to stand up. Like, yeah, like they definitely, they're still good.
I feel like because they're just entertaining, and it seems like a lot of times, like, I was thinking, like, man, I like this better than the movie I watched last week.
Yeah.
Because I just felt more entertaining, even though it was, like, it's kind of silly, like, this would never happen. But it was just enjoyable to watch, which is sometimes is all I want my movie to be.
Yeah, like, there was some, 97 CGI in it, which, man... Yeah, that Windows 95 didn't work out for me. Oh my goodness, that was some bad CGI. But no, this story was very compelling. I think it was very interesting. I think it would work, like, if they did a remake now, I feel like it would still work. Some differences, one, you're never gonna hijack Air Force One. Like, never. Like, do you even get on the plane? How would that work out?
I don't think it works out at all. And I feel like watching the movie start, I was like, how did they pull this off? Because I'm like, they had to go through the metal detector. They, like, they had to, like, search them. I'm like, how does people hijack the plane without anything?
Yeah. How did they get guns? Because they all had guns. How did they get guns on that plane?
Did you forget the main part of the movie? They had the help of the Secret Service guy.
Ah, that's right.
And he unlocked the cabinet for them.
That's right. Okay, yeah. All right.
It's like the only way you could do it.
Yeah, because there's no way, if you're not a part of the Secret Service, that you get guns on that plane.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't work out at all.
Nope, not at all.
All right, yeah, so I forgot about that Secret Service guy. So you guys are right. Okay.
Yeah, well, because before, I don't know if you can really have a metal detector out in the middle of nowhere. Because it was just, like, sitting in the airport parking lot.
Yeah, no, I think you can. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a thing that people do?
Yeah, I think you can set up one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how when we were in high school, they set up the metal detectors. They brought them in. It wasn't like they was always there.
Yeah, but this is different than, like...
I didn't go to you guys' high school, so my high school didn't have metal detector.
But like, this was, like, in the middle of the airport.
Yeah. No, I feel like, because, it's just, I don't think it would be a hard thing to kind of move around.
Okay.
As long as you have a power source.
Yeah, so I think we were saying, like, I think this could be remade. this is essentially just Die Hard on an airplane.
Now that you put it that way, yeah. Die Hard on an airplane. That's actually a movie name. Maybe that could be the next Die Hard. Die Hard on an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, so Harrison Ford, I was surprised. I was like, oh, Harrison Ford's playing the president. I didn't know that. I knew Harrison Ford was in this movie, but I don't know what else.
What did you think he was going to do?
I don't know. Probably Secret Service agent.
Well, it wasn't going to be it wasn't going to be a cameo.
Okay, I guess Secret Service agent makes sense, but did you not read the movie synopsis?
Oh, no, man. I never read those.
Oh, okay.
I just jumped right in, man.
Going in, I knew what the movie was about.
Well, I guess I did read that the plane got hijacked. Did I read that?
Yeah. Otherwise, why would it be called Air Force One?
Yeah. Well, I knew it was about Air Force One.
Okay, you're the worst.
So in case you guys haven't seen it, Air Force One is about Air Force One, which is the plane that the president is on. It's not a specific plane.
Yes.
And if you didn't know, there are multiple planes that they use in general. Two?
Yes.
Is it two? I thought they have more sometimes.
No, they have two planes.
Okay.
That are like identical. But you're right. Any plane that the president on becomes Air Force One.
Yeah. So.
As long as it's run by the Air Force. If it's run by the Navy, it'll be Navy One.
Oh, got you.
Like that.
Yeah. Well,
really?
Well, the helicopter's Marine one, right?
Yes, because the helicopter is run by the Marines.
Got you. See? There you go. That is information for you right there. Also, some other information mentioned in this movie. I don't know if people know. They mentioned the 25th Amendment, which I knew about before this movie. And I was like, oh, ha! There it goes.
So can we talk about that just a little bit? I had this in my nitpicks a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But we could talk about it now since you brought up the 25th Amendment. And for those who don't know, that's the amendment that says that the president is incapacitated and unable to rule, then you follow the line of succession.
Yeah.
Which is vice president is first.
Yeah.
The Secretary of Defense is who the guy who was talking about, I'm in charge. Bruh, no, you're not. He's six in line.
He wanted to be in charge. Glenn Close was in charge.
So he was right in one thing. The Secretary of Defense runs the military. He's second in line command to so it's like the president runs the military, then him runs the military. But in that situation, he had no say. So even if they invoke the 25th, Glenn Close is in charge.
Yeah. And she seemed like she was pretty much going to do like the same stuff that Harrison Ford would have done, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which was a bit of a tough situation. We're going to talk about some of the hard decisions he had to make during this movie.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like, but they should have did the because this guy was on the plane who at any point could have died. Like, they should have invoked the 25th because once he gets back in power, it goes back to him. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you don't pull that card.
Yeah, he's still making I mean, they had a point. He is under duress, right? So,
absolutely.
You know, but I mean, Glenn Close was pretty much calling the shots anyway.
Yeah, but he's the one that called the shot to release Raddick.
Well, now that is because, well, we didn't explain the movie. Okay, so in short, the plane got hijacked by some rogue Russian agents who wanted their basically dictator back, and they didn't agree with the Russian president, and they wanted their dictator back, and that's the gist. So now Raddick, the dictator guy, he got released because the Russian president he said he would only listen to the United States president.
Yes, but what happened to not negotiating with terrorists? Like, I get why Harrison, absolutely, right? You got a gun to, you know, was it his daughter? Or his wife?
That was his daughter.
I mean, I get you be like, okay, whatever you want, which is why you pull the 25th Amendment and he's no longer in charge.
Right, but you still can't do anything if the guy's in the custody of Russia and the Russian president's like, yo, I don't care what you say, I'm not releasing him, you know, unless it's coming from this guy. Russian president don't care about secession.
But the Secretary of Defense was like, you could override that call.
How?
I don't know, but she could have tried at least, because the decision he made was not the decision and best for the United States of America.
Yeah, true. I would have made the decision, no.
I mean, everyone would have made that decision, which is why he should have no longer been in power.
Okay. All right. I mean, I feel you on that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not saying he shouldn't have made that decision. I'm just saying that because he was willing to do that, he should not have been in charge.
Yeah. Now, can I say, like, he was a beast of a person to be president of the United States. Like,
yeah, I was thinking, like, we don't have any presidents that would,
I don't know. I mean, we've had some military people that have been president, right?
Yeah, but do you see them, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like Biden might try. He'll have a heart attack in the process.
He seems like he would want to, but I don't know. He's
physically not capable.
I don't, but to be honest, I don't know. Still, Yeah, no, we haven't had anybody really. I guess. Well, Obama was kind of young, but he wasn't in the military, was he?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't think, at least no one recently I could see that would be like, hey, I'm about to not get in my escape pod and take this plane back.
Yeah, I was at first. And I get the Secret Service because president's like my family, and they're like, nah, you.
Well, their job is to protect him. Yeah. However, is it just me? Maybe I'm watching too much TV because I can only base this off of what I've seen on TV. I feel like it took the Secret Service an awful long time to get to him and to his family. Like, smoke on the plane and gunshots. Like, the Secret Service should be right there.
I think at the first gunshot, they grab the president and get him into that bunker.
No one grabbed his wife and kids.
Yeah.
True. Why? Yeah. Why wouldn't they grab his wife and kids? Like, there would be because some of the Secret Service is there to protect his family, right?
No one grabbed the wife and kids. The Secret Service in this movie was just horrible.
Well, you know that one guy wasn't even...
Only one was bad. So 100 men and only one was bad, and they all sucked at their job.
Yeah. They let the plane get hijacked. That's the thing.
All right. Yeah.
I wanted to say something about the cockpit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, I know it's a plane, but since it's Air Force One, should not be like a specially reinforced hard to we can lock this down in case of emergency.
It was locked, and he blew the door open.
Like lockdown. Like he shouldn't be able to blow the door open.
I don't know. Would you have a bomb-proof door on the inside of the plane?
It's an airplane.
I know. Yeah, it can't be that happy, but
that's what I'm saying. A bomb-proof door on. Yeah. And then, okay, think about it. The pilot was like, no matter what, we're landing this plane.
Yeah.
So, like, even though the guy was like, gun to the head, he's like, forget you, I'm landing this plane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they did right.
Now, I thought that was really good. Like, and this was in the beginning of the movie, but I was sitting there like, that was really good. Like, they were like landing the plane. They're like, you're not hijacked. Like, we're hijacked. We're getting down to the ground. You're not going through with this.
Mm-hmm.
And then they forced the plane back into the air. Like, I'm like, man, it did kind of suck. Like every little idea that he came up with, like they just circumvented it.
Yeah.
Like, man, he dumped all the fuel, and they're like, well,
that was kind of dumb though. Because everyone knows you can refuel Air Force One in the air.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm just going to dump the fuel, like, but what was that going to do? Because everyone knows that you can just put gas back in it.
Yeah. If only the plane didn't tell you that fuel was being dumped. I mean, I know it has to.
Because if that didn't exist, you want to know how many planes would probably crash in the air for running out of gas?
What?
I'm not sure if every plane can do it. Air Force One can do it.
Yeah, there's only a few planes that can refuel in the air, and Air Force One's one because in the case that they need to keep the president in the air,
they can
refuel it.
Yeah,
but your regular, United Airlines.
No, yeah, they refuel on the ground.
Yeah, but
that's why you have layovers. Well,
yeah,
that's some of the reason why you have layovers.
Yeah, they plan ahead.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Yeah.
Emergency landings.
Yeah.
Hopefully in water.
Everyone can't do that though.
It's not the safest bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, but every pilot can't do it.
Yeah, it's not easy to do.
Emergency landings on the highway. I'm sorry. I know they're built for it. I don't trust it.
Are they?
Yes. Highways are built for emergency landings.
Okay. You talking about width or strength?
Huh?
I'm just saying, last time I checked, I never checked to see, can a plane get on this bridge?
Not on a bridge.
Oh, okay. I was like, I ain't never did that at work.
And I'm not going to say the highway's not going to be damaged afterwards.
Oh, okay.
But no, I forgot where I read this, but it was like the long straightaways and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
For emergency plane landings. In case they have to land, they can land on a highway.
Interesting. And I got to look that up to see if that's true.
Yep. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. It was in a book.
Okay.
And I was like, that's interesting. If
A
I'm wrong,
non-fiction
don't tell
book?
me in the comments, huh?
A non-fiction book?
Yeah, nonfiction.
Okay, I just gotta make sure.
I can read nonfiction sometimes.
I'm not saying that you don't. I just want to make sure you read it in a non-fiction book.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought they were for.
She definitely questioned that.
Yeah.
It seems like an interesting fact to me, and I hope it's true.
Yeah. Speaking of landing on I guess the president was flying. Never mind. I was gonna say they couldn't try landing on the water, but
Yeah, he didn't know how to.
he didn't know how to fly.
Yeah,
So.
and then didn't something happen at the end where they couldn't land at all?
The rudder was broken.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, so he couldn't nose up, could he?
I don't know. I know nothing about planes.
Yeah. All right. I don't think they could move anything because all the stuff got shot up. And
yeah,
stuff.
that's what it was. Yeah. So.
All right. So, yeah. Some real hard decisions in this. Like the one girl that died and it was like, show yourself or we're going to kill her. Ah, man. But again, I think they had to make the right decision because it's like, yeah, you don't want them to kill anyone. But if you show yourself, then there's no way you get everybody else off the plane.
Right. Because, I mean, what was that? Okay, he shows himself. So let's say he doesn't shoot that one girl, but he's already proven he's willing to kill.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so if he was a Secret Service agent hiding, he's going to come out and they're going to kill him.
Yeah.
So there's like, yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Like, I mean, it sounds awful, but you got to let the girl die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in real life, they wouldn't have let him show himself either.
No.
No. Yeah.
It wouldn't have solved anything.
Nope.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. Okay. I mean, that was interesting. Gary Oldman doing his best Russian accent. I don't know if that was a good Russian accent.
It wasn't the worst accent.
No, it wasn't the worst. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't buy you as a Russian. No.
I mean, that's also true.
Yeah, I was like, he doesn't seem very Russian at all. But wow, I was like, man, Gary Oldman, like, man. But he was very good in the role, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think he played a very good terrorist. I'm not sure if he was a convincing Russian or not. Yeah. But I think he was great for the part, though.
Yeah.
Just overall, like, I felt like this was the one where he did what he said he was going to do. Like, you know how, like, in the beginning, like, the bad guy always, like, talk, and I'm going to be so ruthless. And then by the end of the movie, all of a sudden, he stops killing people.
Yeah.
And I feel like we didn't get that here.
Oh, no, he was definitely on mission. He's like we're just going to kill people. Okay, now I'm going to kill people every minute and whatever. Or, you know, like, he was definitely on mission. And like I said, he kept circumventing everything they came up with, which, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. If you were the president, would you have the U.S. Air Force fire on your own plane?
See, now that is my question. Like, how far do you go to protect? Like, all right, the Air Force One gets hijacked with the U.S. president on it. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so a civilian plane, they might shoot that out the sky. The president of the United States on it, like, what do they do? I gotta feel like there's a protocol for that somewhere. Like the movie said, we don't have protocols for this. I feel like they have to.
Yeah, for a protocol for if the plane gets hijacked, I feel
like they have to.
I think there's one. You know what? Especially in 2021, you know what I think? It doesn't apply to this movie because it's 1997. But in 2021, I'm pretty sure that plane gets remotely piloted. I can't say the word now. Mm-hmm. Someone drives the plane remotely from U.S. soil. Like, I'm pretty sure something like that will happen if it gets hijacked.
Could be. Okay, yeah. But they were in international air. Will it still apply? Because they were
satellites.
I'm just saying. Like, does it matter if they were over Russia instead of the U.S.?
Yeah, I think somebody's still like, oh, it's hijacked, and it's like, well, we're landing, and that's that. Yeah.
Okay, but if you land, let's say he kills the president of the United States, because whatever they do puts the president's life at risk. How far do you go to protect him? At all costs?
I mean, that's the job, right?
Even at the risk of the rest of America?
I don't know. See, this is why I'm not in these positions. This is why I don't do this. um,
Yeah,
no, I did.
I don't. Who makes that call?
Vice president.
The vice president. So, how evil is your vice president?
I guess that's why it's no longer the loser's the vice president. That's how it was originally. The person who lost the race was the vice president.
Yeah, that's how it was originally.
Yeah.
If you lost out in the election, you were the vice president.
Yeah, that might not work out so well. Mm-hmm. Gary Oldman, you got the gun to the president of the United States head, and I'm the whole time I'm thinking, like, oh, if you get what you want and you release your old dictator boy, blah blah blah. Killing the United States president is an act of war, right? Like, United States is going to war over that. Mm-hmm. You will not stop them from So, I'm just thinking, I'm like, is this a good idea? I know you're zealous and whatnot.
It's a horrible idea. What gets me is I'm like, was this plan worth it? Like you're saying, like he hijacked Air Force One to get a guy released from prison.
Yeah.
It sounds like to me it'd have been easier to break this guy out of prison.
Break him out of prison, or you might have want to did something with Russia. Because like, do you want to do that? And you kill the president. Okay, secession, blah blah blah. But United States isn't just gonna forget that you killed the president.
Yeah, no.
So you're gonna have the U.S. Army and our allies going up against whatever your front. One, you have to overturn Russia, which, sure, I don't think that's gonna be easy for you to do, but whatever. So you're gonna have United States, its allies, and Russia all against you. It seems like a bad idea. That guy was gonna die anyway.
It was a bad idea. Just the whole thing.
And still wouldn't even got the dude out of prison.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. I think he was better. Like if you have the resources to hijack Air Force One, I mean, you see the little raggedy prison he was in. Seems easier to just bust him out of there.
Yeah. Seems like the better idea, other than starting a war, because that's what this whole thing would have done. Like, if they didn't end the situation in this movie, that would have started a war.
Yeah, and this guy doesn't have a second in command. Like, why do you need him? Who's the second-hand guy that knows all his stuff, that could run his little dictatorship thing?
True. Yeah. Yeah, right? Isn't there... Maybe it was Gary Oldman.
Well, then you don't need him. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure this was a good plan or not. I mean, it made for an interesting movie. Not sure if it made for a great plan.
Yeah. It was a very interesting movie, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to mention?
No, I think we covered my main thoughts on the movie. I do have my movie facts.
Okay.
Okay, so we can start off with casting.
Okay, casting what ifs?
Yes. Okay, so this role was written for Kevin Costner.
I like Harrison Ford better.
I feel like it would still been good.
Yeah, it still would have been good.
I think it would have been. It would have been good with Kevin Costner. I think it still would have been a good movie.
I feel like I can just picture it. Like, take Kevin Costner from The Bodyguard,
mm-hmm.
and then put him in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yep.
If Harrison Ford didn't take the role, because Kevin Costner is actually the one who recommended Harrison Ford because he turned it down. Arnold Schwarzenegger, absolutely not.
No. One, never have a movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger is the president of the United States. Don't ever want to see that. And then no.
The chopper.
Yeah.
No.
So Keanu Reeves, he'd have been too young, and absolutely
at that point, too young. I don't know. I mean, after his
because that would have been. This would have been around the time of Speed, and I want to say before Speed.
And Matrix came out 2 years after this.
Yeah. So absolutely not.
he's not believable as the president at that point. Can you see the guy playing Neo
No.
being president? Yeah,
Wow.
he's way too young for this. I mean, I think if you're gonna have a president, he's gotta at least look 50.
I agree. He has to look old.
Yeah.
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 Then Dennis Quaid, I can picture that.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is definitely better, but I can picture that. Or
You know what? I get Dennis Quaid and Kevin Costner mixed up.
What?
Oh.
They're not even remotely the
do.
same person.
Wow.
I do.
How? Dennis Quaid hasn't been in anything interesting.
I don't.
True.
I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of letters about all the good movies Dennis Quaid's been in.
Yeah, everyone's going to tell us about the Dennis Quaid movie. How have you forgotten about this? You know what? Don't write us. I don't want to know.
Okay. So then they said they also considered Tom Hanks, which...
Okay, I believe him as the president.
I can't see Tom Hanks in an action movie. That's
I was
not...
about to say, has he done...
Saving Private Ryan? But he didn't really fight in Saving Private Ryan, did he? No.
I mean, everyone likes Tom Hanks, but...
I mean, I could see him as a president for sure.
Yeah.
But not as the president who beats up a bunch of terrorists, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could have done a role. It just doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tom Hanks. Come on. It's the guy that was stuck in the terminal for a long time.
Yeah. I said Saving Private Ryan. You went with the terminal.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, and then Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones would have been fine. I think I like Harrison Ford in this role better, but I think Tommy Lee Jones definitely would have been fine.
Tommy Lee Jones would have worked. Yeah.
Yeah. But then he just been so grumpy.
Yeah, all the time. I wouldn't have believed that speech he gave in the beginning of the movie if it was Tommy Lee Jones. I wouldn't believe. No.
Okay. All right, maybe not. Okay.
It was a compassionate speech, and I don't know, like
he
his face doesn't say compassion. That's so mean.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, so that's what I had for casting.
Okay.
I think interesting choices. I think Harrison Ford is the better choice of all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, Harrison Ford, he did an excellent job in this part.
Yeah. So this was the 5th highest grossing movie in 1997.
What beat it?
I meant to look it up. I definitely forgot to look it up. Independence Day, right? That was 97.
Was that 97?
Yeah. Should we do a quick
Independence Day
to the Google?
I'm gonna do a quick Google.
All right.
You will not go quietly into the night.
He's the better movie
Into
president.
the night?
Yeah.
No, that is the best president speech, fake president speech of all time in movies. I don't care.
Yeah. So, yeah, it had a budget of $85 million, and it grossed $315 million.
Oh, they used all that on that CGI.
No, they used they used about a quarter of that on Harrison Ford's paycheck, $20 million.
Woo.
That's a lot in 97.
That is that's more than Robert Downey Jr. is getting for the Avengers movies.
Yes, and I get like Harrison Ford was probably because this is after The Fugitive. Is this
I
one
think
year?
yeah, this is after The Fugitive.
Yeah, so he's probably at the top of his game right about now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money in 97.
Dude,
Isn't this a part like U.S. Marshals is, or no? That was Fugitive and U.S. Marshals.
It was Fugitive and U.S. Marshals. All right, so Derek, what's the movies?
all right. Liar, liar.
No.
Ew, that made a ton of money.
What ranking was Liar Liar?
Oh. Jurassic Park: Lost World.
Okay,
Okay. I can see that.
Men
after
in
Jurassic
Black?
Park.
that was 97.
Men in Black.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And number
Liar
one,
Liar shouldn't be up there.
Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they listed the top 10 movies for that year. The re-release of Star Wars with the extended edition.
That doesn't count, and no one cares. Continue.
My Best Friend's Wedding with
That
Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz.
What?
What are these? Why is Liar Liar? Did our comedies reach the top of the charts? And that was a no, this is just a romance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it a rom-com?
I've never seen it, so I can't say.
I don't know. Where are these movies reaching the top of the chart? Look, comedies don't reach the top of the chart.
Apparently they did in 97. Okay.
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh, how did I forget about Tomorrow Never Dies?
That was 97.
That was 97, yeah.
Tomorrow Never Dies. Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah. Face Off.
Oh,
wow, okay.
Yeah.
We should just do like
Batman
year by year.
Batman and Robin.
I mean,
I
yeah,
saw
made
that
money.
at 7.
Yeah.
I remember going to the theater to see that horrible movie. At 7, I didn't think it was bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should do like the top 10 movies from 1997.
Say that again.
The highest grossing. They listed the highest grossing cartoon. Is not in the top 10, but it was here. Hercules, Disney. Hercules.
Oh well, Disney's Disney.
Yeah. That's when Disney was not coming up with good movies.
Yeah. All right, cool.
We should just do like a.
Those were your highest grossing movies in 1997.
Interesting. We should do like a 97 rewatchables.
Yeah. Maybe we should do. No, we should go year by year, find the top grossing movies, and see what.
If we did that, that means we'll have to watch Titanic.
No, we're skipping 97. We already did a 97 movie, so we'll start with 98.
Okay.
I'm not watching Titanic.
Jerry Maguire came out that year too.
Also a good movie.
The who?
Jerry Maguire?
Oh, Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Show me the money.
You had me at hello.
Yes. Isn't it? You complete me. Okay, so they actually toured the actual Air Force One for this movie.
That's pretty dope.
Rumor has it when they first made the request, they got denied.
Of course.
Then Harrison Ford called and said, "Hey, we want to do this," and then they allowed them to do it.
Wow,
so, dude has some power in 1997.
Wow, that's interesting. I feel like it's a security risk. I agree with them. I would not let you tour Air Force One.
But I guess they wanted to get the plane accurate. I guess
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it could be anything. Honestly, I mean, we knew. Didn't we know? Didn't they release like the former president, how his Air Force Ones, like what he wanted on it and stuff?
Yeah.
So I mean, it can't be that hard to know.
Well, maybe they wanted. I don't know. Maybe they wanted.
I mean, you know what type of plane it is. Just.
Well,
is
they
it
even have
Boeing 747?
Yeah, but they didn't even have the right one. They had a Boeing 747-196, and there's actually a 200. I'm not sure what the difference between 196 and 200 is.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a difference.
The reinforced cockpit.
Yeah, maybe, maybe because this one can withstand an EMP or something like that. And, regular planes can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so fun fact: Air Force One does not have an escape pod.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, does it have it? I'm like, that's pretty smart if it does.
It does not.
Okay. Wow. I was surprised. I was actually like, oh, okay. Is that a thing? No. It's not a thing.
It's
apparently.
not a thing.
Well,
it is not.
All right.
Okay, so in the beginning of the movie, like this movie kind of like opens up right at the action scene.
Yeah.
And that's when the U.S. and the Russian army is in there, and they kidnap Radek and arrest him. They kidnapped that man and put him in prison.
Yeah, he was in his jammies.
He was. So, what building was that?
I don't know.
Seriously? Derek, what building was it? His house, what building was it?
Something in Moscow?
No. No idea? No one?
No. I wasn't paying attention to the building.
What do you mean you wasn't? They showed the whole exterior of the building. What do you mean you wasn't paying attention to it?
I didn't pay attention to the
Fine.
building.
It was Severance Hall.
Was it Severance? It was Severance Hall?
You could see Case in the background.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. For everyone, like, across the United States listening to this that's not in Ohio, that is a local monument for Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, his house was Severance Hall.
Oh, that's pretty dope. I'm going to have to look at that again.
Yeah, and the interior was actually the Cuyahoga County Courthouse.
Look at that. See, Winter Soldier isn't the only movie that we have a big part in. All right. That's pretty dope. I like that.
All right, so when Harrison Ford and Gary Oldman got into a fight towards the end of the movie,
Yeah.
they were actually punching each other.
Oh. Did he really say, get off my plane, and then kick him out?
Oh, I will say this. They try to use a dummy to like zip line between two planes, but the dummy's like closed gap, like blown off and like sucked up, and it's like, okay, this might be dangerous.
So what you mean to tell me is everybody died at the end of the movie.
Basically. So then that's when they went with CGI, which was better than the horrible CGI at the end.
Yeah, it was better.
When it hit that water.
It was an extended scene too. Like it's just like showing his CGI plane flip over and stuff.
Maybe
like,
they didn't pay Harrison Ford so much they could have got better CGI. Yeah.
Okay, so I can't zip line in between planes.
You can't. Now tell me. Now I was watching this and I was saying to myself, I would rather die.
Then zip line through a plane?
Absolutely. Just no. I'm going down.
I
with
mean,
the plane.
like if I'm gonna die anyway, I'm gonna take the chance at the zip line.
Nah. I'm like, just kill me.
Nope.
I'm
good
good.
job, man. I'm living.
I'm so good. Does that even look remotely safe?
Okay, it's not safe, but you're going to die anyway, so who cares if you die trying to save yourself? Like, I don't understand the reason. You're like, that's not safe. I'm going to die in the crashing plane.
No, I just like, I don't know, just knock me out or something.
Just like if I was the person left on the plane, I probably still would have died, but I would have tried to jump in the water.
Oh, instead of like just holding on to the
hold
door?
No. I'm going to try and jump in the water. Maybe somehow I live. Find out.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So, nitpicks. Are we ready? I don't have a ton. Just some thoughts.
Okay. Besides the CGI, I don't know if I have a lot. And the whole this was a dumb plan type of deal. Like, I don't know why you tried this. But yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about, my first one was about the line of secession, about the Secretary of Defense, like, overstepping. You're skipping some steps, player. Because he's 6, so, you know, he got a lot of people ahead of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Speaker of the House is before him.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have issue with the Secret Service in this movie.
Okay.
So we already know the one guy, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later. He helped the Russians. What I don't understand is, how was there any Secret Service agents held hostage? Like, your job is to die fighting.
That's true.
So there is no way you're in that room with hostages. Either you're all dead or you're out there fighting.
That's true. You got a point. I didn't notice when I was watching the movie. Like, it didn't register with me. But yeah, you got a point. Like, even if they took your weapon away, you're still fighting them.
Yeah. There should be no Secret Service agents held hostage. Absolutely not. Especially after you failed to protect the First Lady and the kid.
Yeah. Also, no high-ranking official should have died first.
Yeah.
Like, right. Don't y'all try and fight him?
Because I feel like at all times, isn't the Secret Service always like right there?
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Wait, at least outside the door.
Yeah.
Good point.
I took issues
That's a fair nitpick.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to read my writing. Okay. So why did that guy help the Russians?
They never explain it.
Like, I just didn't understand why.
Maybe his uncle was Russian.
So apparently they had wrote a whole backstory, but they didn't include it in the movie.
Okay.
Which I might have liked because it just didn't make any sense.
I mean, he could have been paid off. Maybe he was just a Russian loyalist. You never know.
But why would he be a Russian loyalist?
I don't know. Why is anyone anything?
But then I'm like, even at the end, like, I'm like, hey, dude, like, why is he still being sneaky? Like, you can get away with this whole thing. And he's like stealing guns and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah, he could have shot him a long time ago.
yeah, like, if that's what you were going to do. But my thing is, play it cool and don't do nothing, and you can go about your day, and no one would ever know that you were the guy, since they were not interested in figuring out who helped them.
Yeah, it's true. Gary Oldman was dead already, so at that point, you just no, they would have found him. But so he had to be a loyalist or whatever. He was trying to get. Wait, no, they already killed the dictator dude.
Yeah.
It was over at that point.
So, yeah, just...
yeah, you might as well just count your losses.
Just count your losses and go about your day like you didn't try to overthrow.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense. I was like, why are you doing this?
Nah, it ain't making any sense.
Yeah. Okay. So, he dumps the fuel, and we already talked about, like, that was kind of pointless because the plane can refuel in the air. But, okay, so there's, like, cut the green wire. Then the other wire gets cut out. And so then he just randomly chooses the yellow wire. After they say if you choose the wrong one, the plane is going to fall out the air.
Which is weird, but okay.
And then he just like, I'm going to cut the yellow one. And it works.
Okay, yes. Look, it's a movie.
It's
I accepted it.
No,
I accepted it.
It's so random. It makes no sense.
They didn't have to have it cut out.
I mean, but it's like that in every movie, though. I mean, they always clip the white
they're going to defuse it.
Wire on a bomb.
Yeah,
always.
but he has so many other choices. There was four colors to choose from, and he's just like, I'm just gonna go with yellow because
so at that point he had a 33% chance.
That is not high enough. That's an F.
Well, I mean, but it's not unrealistic that he chose the right one.
No, it's not. But I just feel like I wonder what was his logic that they were going to make the wrong one either blue, red, or white because of America.
No, I think he just had to choose one.
Horrible.
I mean, what logic would you choose if you were in that situation? You're just cutting a wire.
I wouldn't have cut anything. You know why? Because cutting wires was stupid.
True, since they could refuel. My thing about the refueling was it doesn't continue to, like, just dump the fuel. Like, because it wasn't like it was a dump fuel button. He hotwired it to dump the fuel.
Well, the other guy did something at the other box to stop it.
Oh, okay. All right, fine.
Yeah. The guy that, what was he in? Nah, I don't remember. But he was in something else. And I was like, oh, yeah, hey, that guy.
Oh, Spider-Man. He was Spider-Man's
landlord.
It took me a while to figure out what he was in. I'm like, yo, I know that guy. And I was like, his role was a lot weirder where I seen it, and it took me a while to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was Spider-Man's landlord. That's interesting.
Apparently, one of the other Russians had a recurring role on Friends.
Oh, yeah?
And apparently it was like this inside joke of like how he'd never seen Air Force One.
Oh.
He's in Air Force One, yeah. Okay. I've never seen it. It was just on the internet, so I don't know who the guy was or which episodes of Friends he shows up in. But yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so then this is not really a nitpick. This is more of a question. Do you think Air Force One really has enough parachutes for everyone?
No.
I would say most people. I mean, like, you gotta have parachutes on it. I don't know why you wouldn't carry it for the capacity. Yeah.
I don't know. Regular planes don't have parachutes for everyone. They been talking about using your seat as a floaty. I'm like, why we're all dead?
So you can float in the ocean.
Boats don't have enough life. Boats don't have enough lifeboats.
Yes, they do. After Titanic, yes, they do.
What do you mean? Nobody would get on a cruise ship. They have to have enough lifeboats.
After Titanic, they made that rule.
They're not leaving anybody on the boat while it's sinking. No, it's not happening.
There's enough lifeboats for everyone.
The captain has to go down with his ship.
That's true. The captain is the last person to leave.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm the captain, I'm still leaving. No, I'm not going down with the ship.
But you gotta be the last person.
Yeah, I'll be the last person. That's
okay.
fine.
Didn't that guy in Italy get in trouble for being the first person?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out.
he got in trouble. I think he got arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he was like, worth it. I'm still alive. But no, I would be the last person, but I'm not going down.
No,
with
you don't
the
have
ship.
to go down with the ship. No.
Like, no, like Titanic's band. I'm not playing while the ship is sinking. I'm trying to leave. Okay, like you can play your own cello. I'm leaving.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my last thing. Oh, I don't know. I had this thought about fax machines because that one lady was like, "What about the fax machines?"
Yeah.
I was like, man.
I know.
That's
Now we just send a text.
Just send a text. I was like, man, if cell phones were a thing, he didn't have to go searching through luggage to find a cell phone.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it would have been easy to find one. He doesn't have one on him. He has one on him.
Yes, he has one. That's what I'm saying. Like, if cell phones was more prevalent, like, this would have been so much easier.
Yeah, because he can just text.
Yeah.
I'm alive. You're
Yep.
fine. Because they can't get rid of that communication. I don't know. Unless they have some signal jamming stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like that wouldn't work on the Air Force One.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just very interesting. And I also thought that lady with the faxophone lady, like when in her parachute, like how she was just cheesing.
Yeah. My thought about that, I was like, where are you guys landing? They're going to Russia. You are somewhere in Europe.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, how are they going to collect all 26 people in
I
the
guess they have
wilderness
their
of
passports.
Russia?
They have their passports. They weren't in Russia, so they're in Eastern Europe.
What did I say? Kazakhstan?
No. It's before Kazakhstan. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Because
they would just have to go to the nearest embassy.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the army or whatever is like going to pick them up, but I'm like, those people got to be scattered across like miles.
Yeah. Oh, I'm landing near someone.
Yeah.
Like someone in their parachute. I'm following where they're landing.
How? Do you know
Don't
how to
get you like
You a random citizen. You know how to operate a parachute.
man. I'm not being by myself.
I mean, I agree,
Land on
but you
some
also don't know how to
farmer's
control.
thing, and then they shoot me. I'm not.
You don't know how to control a parachute.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, you end up on top of a building somewhere.
But yeah, no. I mean, I figured as long as they were in a non-hostile country, then they can probably contact that government. Like,
Well, here Russia was our allies in this movie.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Yeah, but they weren't in Russia.
No, I know. So, and they were in enemy territory.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I guess they were all right. I mean, I still would have jumped out of the plane. It's just I think it was a bad situation.
Oh, no. I mean, I'd have did it. It's like, oh, here's all these parachutes. Jump. I'd have jumped. I'm just thinking that they lost about half their hostages anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, cool. All right. Is it time to rank Air Force One?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, no. We never do best movie quotes anymore. Are we going to do best movie quote?
Let's get off my plane.
Yeah. Get off my plane.
Let's get off my plane.
Let's get off my plane, yeah.
Just I need to make sure the audience knew that. That's the best quote. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so let's rank it. I'll go first here. I would say I pay for that. I think this was a good movie. So, yeah, gets our second best ranking. I pay for that.
I'm going to say that. I feel like it's somewhere in between Watch While Folding Clothes and I'll pay for that. It's definitely better to watch it. Like, it's a good movie. Like, if it's on TV, sit down and watch it. You'll be entertained, for sure.
Yeah. I would watch this again at some point,
Yeah, so yeah, I'll say I'll pay for that.
Okay.
I will say the same. I will pay for that.
All right. Wow, 3D Rivals.
And I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3D Rivals ranking. I'd pay for that. Which is, that never happens. We usually just rank everything watch while folding clothes. So.
Well, lately, the movie choices has not been fantastic. We hardly ever agree either, so also good.
Yeah, also unanimous. Yeah, that's great.
True.
That's great.
True.
All right, pretty awesome. So, Air Force One, if you haven't seen it, if you're the younger crowd and you haven't seen it, yo, check it out. It is a pretty good movie. 1997. It stands up in 2021, I have to say. So, it's definitely a movie to check out. With that being said, we definitely would appreciate to hear from any of our listeners. So, if you want to comment and let us know what you think about the podcast, feel free to do that. You can reach us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3D Rivals. Also, Gmail, 3D Rivals at gmail.com. And Twitter, which we never tweet anything out, ever. Never, ever. But you can tweet at us at 3_Rivals on Twitter. That being said, thank you for listening and watching. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.